What's up, you guys? My name is Jordan, and this is my channel, J's for Days. If you're stopping by, it's time to get high. Let's go. Alright, you guys, so I know that's my usual intro, but today we are not getting high. We're not getting high at all. Today is day 5 or day 6 of my tolerance break. Yeah, I'm definitely low energy today. I've not been sleeping well. I've been wanting to take the tolerance break for a while, just because I'm a heavy smoker and have been for, a long time. Not to say that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, everything in life is good and bad, I suppose. But the reason I'm taking a tolerance break is because I'm about to have oral surgery. I'm having 2 teeth pulled. So yeah, the doctor, dentist, whatever you want to call them, they told me if you're going to get anesthesia, that if you're a cannabis user, that you should stop 4 to 5 days before the surgery, because cannabis can affect the anesthesia. They also said it could be more, you could need to take more than 4 or 5 days if you're a heavy smoker. Well, I certainly fit into that category. So I'll be having my surgery in 2 days. At that point, I'll be either 8 or 9 days clean. So I think that'll be plenty, hopefully, fingers crossed. I certainly don't want to wake up in the middle of that and not finish the surgery or whatever other nonsense. But yeah, it's been tough. Honestly, it's been really tough. Cannabis helps me with a lot of things. It helps me sleep. It helps me eat. It helps me with my anger. Helps me with my depression. Helps me with my anxiety. So, those have been pretty big things in my life for a while now. The anxiety makes it hard to eat. I'm definitely an insomniac. I have really hard time sleeping. And just like me personally, this is just on a personal note, like, anger has been something that I've dealt with for a lot of my life. I'm sure a lot of you men out there can relate. I'm sure women too. I can only speak for men because I am one. But yeah. So let's talk about the teeth for a little bit. When I was younger, I made a lot of poor decisions. I'm sure a lot of people say that as they get older. But I used to smoke cigarettes in high school a little bit. But the main thing that I did was chew tobacco. And I did that for probably 11 years, I think it was. As well as drink alcohol. I don't know how many years it was on the alcohol, but probably around the same, because I quit alcohol and tobacco before my first child was born. I definitely feel like I probably chewed because my father chewed. I definitely drank because I saw my parents drink. Not just my parents, although that was the biggest factor. Everyone around me drank when I was growing up. That was just kind of the lifestyle in the culture. But alcohol is really bad for me personally. Alcohol is very bad for your depression. And that's not just me. This is you guys at home too. This is everybody. I'm telling you right now. I ain't got no doctor degree. I've never been to fucking medical school. Any of that bullshit. I'm just a fucking human who has lived 32 years on this fucking planet. I'm gonna tell you right now, alcohol is horrible for your depression. I know when you break up with your girlfriend or your grandma dies or whatever it is, you go to that bottle. I used to do the same thing, but I'm telling you to your face, you need to put the bottle down because it's making it worse. I'm not going to sit here and lecture you guys. Sorry, a little bit of the dad in me came out. But yeah, alcohol is just horrible for your mental health. It's horrible for your anxiety and your depression. You think it helps you because in that hour or two that you're drunk, it sort of helps you in that moment. Although I could make an argument to the other way because of the type of person it makes you. I know that it made me a version of myself that I don't like. Alcohol makes me more angry, makes me, that tough guy, like, oh man, I'm just ready to get into a fucking fight tonight. Like, God, how stupid was I? Stupid. But yeah, sorry to go on the alcohol rant there. Back to the tobacco. So yeah, I chewed for quite a long time. And it just completely tore up my teeth. Like, my teeth are terrible. You guys have probably seen in the videos. I just have really bad teeth. And I attribute it to tobacco and probably also, I got to take a little of my own self-accountability there. I probably didn't take care of my teeth as well as I should have when I was younger, as far as like staying on a brushing and flossing schedule. Yeah, so we're paying for it now that we're older, but at least we've stopped the bleeding. I stopped early. I quit alcohol and tobacco when I was 26, I believe. I'm 32 now. So we're working on heading in the right direction. So yeah, the tolerance break has been very tough for me. I know I said we're not getting high today. Maybe it looks like I'm high because my fucking eyes are so red. I'm just tired. I've not been eating well. I've not been sleeping well. But, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it to have the surgery go well. I've been wanting to take a tolerance break anyways, so I finally got a good excuse to do so. And I took advantage of it. I took it serious. So, yeah, I definitely encourage you guys to take a tolerance break. You know what I mean? We, here at Jays for Days, in the Jays for Days studio, we love getting big high. You know what I mean? We love doing crazy shit. But, at the end of the day, You got to be smart. You got to be responsible. You can't always go balls to the walls. Um, you know, there's a responsible way to do everything. I really believe that. Um, I get high every day, all day, except for the past 6 days. But yeah, I get high all the time. But I'm not high when I drive, and I'm not high when I'm at work. Period. I take that very seriously. Most of the time when I'm driving, I have my kids in the car. I'm not going to sit here and shame anybody that drives high. I don't think it's the same as driving drunk. I'll sit here and stand on that right now. Driving high is not the same as driving drunk. Do I think you should drive high? I think what a lot of people don't understand is that everybody's brain chemistry is different. And I think there are some people that cannabis really helps, and it really does help them focus their brain. And there are some people that do drive better high. I do believe that. But for me personally, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put my kids in jeopardy. I'm not going to, and that may not even be like oh, I'm going to crash because I'm high or something. That could be, the cop pulls you over for something stupid and then you get a DUI because you're high while you're driving. What happens there? Do they take your kids from you? Do they, I don't know the full extent of the law on that. I'm in New York State. But I just won't risk it. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. You know what I mean? My job that I work at, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to work high. I think there are some people who have certain jobs where probably can. My job, I work as a waiter. So for me personally, the reason why I don't smoke before I work is because when I'm high, I can't remember shit. My short-term memory is just, horrible. So as a waiter, you need to remember a lot of things all the time. So, yeah, when I'm there at work, I'm there to make my money. Each table, I'm there to put on my best performance and get as much money out of them as I can. Every waiter does that. You know what I mean? I want to give them the best service, and that way they tip me the best. That's the goal. So, yeah, guys, there's always a responsible way to do it. You know what I mean? And that's not to say I don't smoke weed on the days that I go to work, but you need to be responsible. So if I have to be to work at 5 in the afternoon, I'll smoke that morning, but I'm going to stop smoking by 10 a.m. Right? So that's going to give me what? 6-7 hours before I go into work, So I do it that way just because it helps make me clear, helps settle me down. I need to relax. I need to be able to eat. But at the same time, I'll still go into work sober. So it's always been that way for me. And yeah, I'm really just rambling off the top of the dome here, you guys. I hope some of you maybe can relate. But yeah, I know this is a lot different video than I normally do. I've kind of been excited for this video / dreading this video. You know, definitely being vulnerable to you guys is a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but I think it's important. I think it's important that you guys hear the truth. And yeah, I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go with this video, but I figured we would just go off the top of the dome. You know what I mean? Just give you what's in here and what's up here. So that's it. You know what I mean? We are on our tolerance break. Woohoo! One of the things I have been doing during this time, I do all the time anyways, but I've been doing more is push-ups. Any of you out there who has issues with anger like me, do push-ups. Seriously. I don't care how many you can do. When you get angry, get down on the floor and push your anger into the floor. And keep going until your arms are just shaking tired. When you come out of that, you're going to be a lot more clear-headed. You get real angry and you get on the floor and you do 20 push-ups, you're going to feel a lot better. And if you get on the floor and you do 20 push-ups and you get up and you still feel angry, you didn't do enough push-ups. Get back down and do more. It's been really helpful for me. Helps me a lot. Exercise is great for your mental health. I've been thinking about going out for runs, but we're in the middle of spring and it's just been raining. So I'm not going out for a run in the rain. I'm not gonna get a cold. I'm not interested in that. But yeah, that's some of the stuff that helps me. You know what I mean? Any of you out there that are younger, you know, and you're using alcohol, tobacco, nicotine, vape, please stop. I know it's easier said than done. It took me so many tries to quit. And I kind of feel like if you're quitting alcohol or tobacco, you kind of have to quit them both because, well, if you're quitting tobacco, you have to quit alcohol, in my opinion, because whenever you drink alcohol, you want tobacco, you want nicotine. Tell me I'm wrong. How many of you out there are like, oh, I only smoke when I drink? And then you're drinking like 5 to 6 nights a week because you only smoke when you drink. Even if that's just the weekends, guys, it's not good. So I know it's a lot easier said than done, but make a plan. You know what I mean? And look for that ultimate motivator that's going to help you get through. Not that ultimate motivator can't be someone else, although it can. I think it can be if that someone else is your kid. I don't think that your significant other can be that person for you, no matter how much you love them. Don't get me wrong. I have a wife and she's amazing and I love her to the moon, but you have to do it for yourself. I think maybe your child can be an ultimate motivator for you, but ultimately you have to do it for yourself. You know, for me, what worked quitting tobacco was the nicotine gum. Um, that's what worked for me. So, it's different for everyone else, but ultimately I did the nicotine gum and then did slowly less and less and less, and then eventually quit. As far as quitting alcohol and tobacco for that matter, the biggest reason I was able to do so is cannabis. Cannabis has been such a blessing in my life. It helps me so much. It really, really does. And I'm not going to say there's no downsides to cannabis, because nothing in this world is perfect. You know what I mean? But out of all the things that I could be doing, for me, this is the least harmful of them all. Anybody out there know about the WHO, the World Health Organization? Go on their website, look at cannabis. They have it labeled as non-toxic. Okay? So, remember, anytime you smoke something, you're going to inhale tar. Okay? No matter what. So, although cannabis is the best option out of them, remember, when you smoke it, you're still doing a number on your lungs. I think that number is far smaller than the number that tobacco does on your lungs. But nevertheless, it's still smoke entering your lungs, and we need to remember that. But, us as adults, we need to be able to decide what is best for us, what works best. And that's it. Do what's best for you. So for me, it's cannabis with no tobacco, no alcohol. It don't do other drugs. I've never done hardcore drugs ever. I've never done coke. I've never done, I don't even know. I can't even think of the list of recreational drugs because I just don't do them. I tried mushrooms once in my life when I was like 16 or 17. I had a bad trip and I've been scared to do it ever since. I'm not going to sit here and say mushrooms are bad. Psilocybin is bad. I think I personally just had a bad trip. I don't know enough about mushrooms and psilocybin to comment on it. I can't say one way or the other. I've read that it's done a lot of help for people with PTSD and our veterans in the military and things like that, and that's amazing. I think the veterans in our military need to have access to cannabis. The fact that it's still a Schedule 1 drug and our soldiers are using high amounts of tobacco and alcohol, and have been for a long time in the military. They cannot use cannabis. They get drug tested often. The members of our military drink alcohol, no problem, cannot use cannabis. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that one fucking bit. But we're I think the video is getting a little bit long at this point, so we're gonna wrap it up here. But yeah, any of you out there, if you are in a tolerance break yourself right now, stay strong. You know what I mean? And when you have a tolerance break, set an end date. Don't just be like, I want to see how many days I can go. That shit's not going to work. That shit's going to have you breaking it on day 2 or 3, I promise you. Set a date. How long do you want your tolerance break to be for? Okay, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 9 days. Whatever it is, set that date, because you at least have something to look forward to. You know what day you can go back. For me, I'm having 2 teeth pulled, so even after Wednesday, I'm not going to be able to smoke, because if you smoke after you have had teeth pulled, there's a high risk of getting a dry socket. I don't know if any of you know what a dry socket is, but it's incredibly painful. So I will not be smoking after my surgery, but I will have some awesome edibles. So at least I can do the edible game, after the surgery. I'm gonna have to be creative. It's gonna have to be something soft. I can't be chewing on a hard cereal bar or something, after I've had some teeth pulled. So I'm gonna have to be creative. But yeah, I can't wait, you guys. I can't wait to take those edibles, because at least I'll be high again. I'll be able to sleep again. I'll be able to eat better again, and just be, a lot more happy, a lot more cheerful. I feel like depression is something I've struggled with for a long time. Even before I knew it was depression. I've struggled with anxiety and depression before I even knew I had depression and anxiety. Hindsight's always 20/20. But sorry, this video was a little bit low energy and a little bit dark at points, but that's kind of the deal, you guys. That's the situation that we're in right now. And any of you out there who are watching this and you're in the middle of a tolerance break, stay strong. You're doing great. Oh yeah, and another thing, guys, the longer your tolerance break you take, the higher you're gonna get when you go back to it. So a lot of you who smoke often and you're at the point where you're like, I feel like I'm not getting high anymore. How do I get higher? This doesn't do it for me anymore. This doesn't do it for me anymore. The dabs don't work. The pen doesn't work. Take a tolerance break. You don't need to keep dumping on and dumping on and dumping on the THC. You don't just do trillions and trillions of milligrams of THC, guys. Like, if you're having issues with getting high, take 2 or 3 weeks off. Like, really take it off, guys. Remember, during a tolerance break, we don't take a little hit here or a little hit there to help us get through. That's not a tolerance break. Sorry. That's not a tolerance break. A tolerance break is no THC. You can do it, you guys. Use this time to do push-ups. No, you know what I mean? Just enjoy it, it's not bad. It's tough, but it's also good for the brain, you know. So I love getting high, I love smoking weed, but take a tolerance break every now and again, you guys. And I think I've decided from this point moving forward, I am going to take a tolerance break every year. I'm going to do at least 2 weeks every year. I know I'm only doing 9 days on this one, but this will count for my my tolerance break this year. But yeah, I'm going to do a tolerance break every year, you guys, from this point moving forward. I would highly recommend you guys do as well. You know, the weed isn't going anywhere, guys. It's really not. It'll be there when you get back, I promise. Take your time. Do what's right for you. Do what's best for you. You know what I mean? Don't cheat yourself in the process. It's only going to hurt you. So, I don't really know how to end this video, guys. This is a weird one for me. Yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on. So, but don't think things are going to be slowing down here at J's for Days. We still got lots of things in the works. Don't worry, you guys. I will be back to smoking before you know it. And I can't wait. As soon as I can get smoking again, I will get back on Omegle and meet up with you guys. And, you know I meet a lot of you on there, and hopefully I'm going to meet a lot more new people. But we're going to get back on the Omegle. We're going to get back on the YouTube. And we're going to get back to getting big high, I promise you guys. You know, things aren't slowing down here. I got a lot of big plans for the future, for this summer. So, yeah. Any of you guys who've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell, because we're going to have a lot of cool stuff coming this summer. And I'm really excited for it. So yeah, please drop me a like, you guys. I think it helps with the algorithm. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't know much about that shit. But please drop me a like. Please comment on the video. And please share it. Please share the content, you guys. I'm trying to grow this channel. Everything that I do on here gets age restricted. Even this video, I'm sure will get age restricted. I'm not smoking. I'm not doing anything wrong here. I guarantee you this video will get age restricted. But I'm not here to complain about the rules. The rules are the rules. I'm just here to play the game the best way that I can. So please share the content, you guys. Share with your friends. Let's build this J's for Days community, this J's for Days family. And I really appreciate everyone out there who has been watching me and supporting me. You know, I know this is the beginning, but you guys who are here, you guys are the OGs. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stop. I don't care that I have a small amount of subscribers. We're not stopping. We are going to keep going for a long time. So, but that's going to be it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching J's for Days. Till next time, peace out.